Hey y'all, it's me Lauren from Speak from the Heart, where I give you all things speech, language, and life. I am a licensed speech language pathologist, and I'm so happy you're here viewing my newest video. If you're a real subscriber, you should know my intro by heart. So today's video, I'm going to be answering your questions about working for the VA as a speech language pathologist. So I put a post up about a month ago on Instagram, just seeing if any of you had any specific questions. And here I am. I got a lot of questions, so I was like, the easiest thing is just to make this into a video. I am going to make it into two parts, so it's not so lengthy. But if you have any additional questions, feel free to drop them down below or DM me or email me. I am available. Before we get started, what is the VA? I am working for the Department of Veterans Affairs, VA. And we are responsible for providing skilled services, great healthcare, great medical care for America's veterans. And it's such a great honor. I love it so much. I have just really fallen in love with, doing what I do and helping our veterans. So question number one, how did you first get in medical SLP? And what type of clients or therapy are involved for the VA? So I'll keep this very quick. I have another video which I'll link below, above, come on, prepositions, in regards to like how I got into medical SLP or just like some general tips. But I was working with peds for the beginning of my career. My CF, I worked with peds. I did a couple years with peds. Quickly realized it just wasn't for me. So I did the work to transition to medical SLP. Quick version. And then as far as the types of clients, patients that I see at the VA, it's pretty similar to the types of patients you would see at any hospital. So I work primarily in outpatient rehab. So I see a ton of patients with head and neck cancer, a ton of patients with Parkinson's. We have a very big Parkinson's program. We see, aphasia, apraxia, dementia, cognitive communication, lots of TBI. So it's a very good mix of different disorders and different types of patients, different ages of veterans. So it's definitely a very diverse experience in terms of who we treat. Number two is billing different in a VA hospital versus a typical hospital. Billing can be different from hospital to hospital, whether it's just kind of like a public private sector hospital or a VA hospital. So of course, it's definitely different than where I was before in terms of how we bill, what we bill for. So that was a learning curve for me. I had to learn, how do I bill? What am I billing for? All of that. So it definitely is different. And I think as you go from location to location, from hospital to hospital, you'll see that there are just kind of small differences in billing there. Was it difficult to get a job at the VA? I really want to do medical. So I will not lie to you, I applied to work for the VA 2 times and did not get in. Well, I guess I should say I applied 1 time, and then the second time was the time that I actually got the job. But I think it's hard to get a federal job in general. It's just very competitive. And I think that's just with any job, honestly, any medical job, it is very competitive. So you definitely want to make sure you stand out as an applicant, and I will share some tips, and I think it's going to be part 2. I will share some tips, just general tips to kind of make yourself shine and just stand out from the crowd. But if you really want to work for the VA, let me know. I can help you with your resume. I can give you some general tips. Just reach out. All right, next question. How can I make myself a stronger applicant? This is such a great question. And I remember when I first applied to the VA and I didn't get the job, I was like, what do I need to do? What do I need to tweak? I would recommend you to go on usajobs.gov. So that's where you go to apply for any federal job. And when it gives you the option of either uploading your resume or using the federal government resume builder, I would always recommend using the resume builder. I did not use that the first time I applied, and I did use that the second time. I think it just helps them because it's formatted the way that the federal government likes. Like, it's already situated the way they want, so it's just easy for them to read through it. So I would highly recommend that. I would also recommend, if you see a job that you like, if you see a job posting that you like, is to really read through the whole job posting, because they are long, and take all the keywords out as far as the duties, the populations that you're expected to work with. Take all those keywords out and put it directly in your resume. Because a lot of times, you know, with these bigger companies, they go through this kind of like a screener almost first, and they're just looking for those keywords from the resume. Does she use aphasia? Does she use modified barium swallow? Does she use XYZ? And then that's how typically a resume will get pushed through. So make sure you're using those keywords to make sure your resume is standing out. It's not a quick process, so definitely be patient. You know, make sure that you have everything that the job posting is asking for, because it is a little different in terms of, you know, you have to have so many different documents before you can submit your application. So make sure you have everything. That's going to be very important. If you don't, your resume and your application will not even be considered. Last question. Would you recommend working at the VA? I'm considering it. Short answer, yes, I would recommend. I love it. Like I said, I love being able to give back to our veterans, you know, and just like hearing their stories. It's just amazing. So I would highly recommend, go for it. Like, just go for it. It's definitely an amazing place to work. I really feel blessed to be able to work for the VA, to be able to give back to our veterans. It's definitely a place I would recommend working. So that was part 1. I hope that you learned something from this video. Hope that answered your questions. I'm very excited for part 2. I'll be answering more. But like I said, if you have any questions about working for the VA, please reach out, let me know. I will help you the best that I can, or I will ask one of my colleagues if I don't know. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you put a comment down below. Tell me where you work, if you're interested in working for the VA, what your plans are in terms of your career goals. So let's have a little powwow down in the comments. And make sure you subscribe to my channel. I can't believe it, y'all. We have hit 2,000 subscribers. Like, what? It's been 2 years of Speak from the Heart, and I'm just so happy. So thank you so much for all the support, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.